Remember that time we did talk about Bruno?
Today, we are talking about Pixar versus Disney animated films.
We are getting in an epic battle between Disney Animation Studios and Pixar Animation Studios as we throw down between their two most recent hits each.
We're going to be talking about Encanto, Raya and the Last Dragon, Soul, and Luca. If you haven't seen one of those 4 movies, you are in danger of spoilers.
AllEars.net is not looking to ruin your life.
Go watch them and join us back up with Joy.
So Encanto is the latest release from Walt Disney Animation.
Did you know Encanto is Disney's 60th full-length animated feature film? What a great film to be 62. Wouldn't it have been a bummer if, like, Bolt was 60th?
And it tells the story of the family Madrigal.
Welcome to the family Madrigal.
A family of wonderful individuals who all are blessed with magical powers.
Except for Mirabel, who has not been given a gift.
I think it's a candle.
Now, if I was Mirabel, I would have been petty, okay? I would have got that candle and I would have been like this. Now nobody's special. How about that, Granny?
And the father dies because it's a Disney movie, right? So you gotta kill a parent. It's in the book of how to write a successful Disney movie. It's like step 1, get good animators. Step 2, kill a parent.
And they live in a magical house in Casita, and it is a spectacular movie.
But I have been wearing out that Encanto soundtrack these days because that music is lit. That is some Lin-Manuel Miranda composition, who brought us In the Heights and Hamilton.
Well, I've watched We Don't Talk About Bruno on YouTube 177,000 times at this point.
We don't talk about Bruno, whoa, whoa, whoa.
The name on everybody's lips has gotta be Bruno.
Can we just pause for a moment and acknowledge the fact that 3 out of the 4 films we're talking about today are all ethnically diverse, which is incredible and I think should be represented in animation.
And the fact that it's literally addressing something that a lot of people can relate to because it's about complicated, complex family dynamics.
I think that some of the messaging and some of the stories, I'm so happy that they exist for children now, because I don't know that even when I was younger, I necessarily would have seen a heroine quite like Raya or like Mirabel.
I think my gift, if I was a Madrigal, would be joy.
Does it have to be a gift I have, or could I pick my own gift? Because the gift I have would be like, look at all this cheese I can eat.
Prepare incredible vegan meals with the wave of my hand.
I can't tell you how many times that I'm walking from my car to my apartment and I'm like, what if I could just and be at the top of the stairs?
I've always wanted to be able to talk to animals, like so badly. I used to have dreams about like going shark diving and the sharks coming up to me and me talking to them. I mean, like, hey buddy, it's me, your friend, I love you. I love you, shark. And the shark being like, thanks, Molly, I love you too. Most people don't understand us, and that's why humans are killing us in an alarming way.
Because I'm the genie of veganism, which is not sought after very often.
Encanto is great. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. What are you doing with yourself? And why are you watching this still? Go watch it.
Floors! Drawers! Let's go! Everything good is above the surface. Walking. Air! The sky, clouds, the sun.
Luca
Let's talk about Luca.
is a Pixar animated film.
And it is a story about sea monsters who live on the coast of Italy.
And his name is Luca. And he, much like Ariel, the original Little Mermaid, wants to know what the humans are like.
He does. He meets this fun, freewheeling kid who is also like an orphan, you know.
Once again, what is the rule? Dead parent. Missing, absent parent. We gotta check that off. So we did.
And they decide that they want to try to go to where the land people dwell and get this Vespa.
You know, when you say the plot out loud, it's a little weird.
Out of everything on this list, the only one that made me cry was Luca.
I turn into a sobbing mess at the part where, I'm gonna cry right now, at the part where Antonio reveals that he's a sea monster to help Luca win the Porto Rosso Cup after they've been fighting.
Because they're trying to hide who they are because they're afraid of what everyone will think if people find out. You know, if they come out as sea monsters.
Jumped out in the rain so people can see he was a sea monster because that's how much he loved Luca. He was willing to sacrifice himself. That's love, y'all, okay?
And the grandma says, some people will never accept him, but some will, and he seems to find the good ones. And that quote, the way that I'm blubbering right now, dramatically, even though I'm just saying it, got me so good.
The experience that Luca has in the film is something that a lot of people can relate to. And that's what made it so effective.
There's something about Pixar movies where the story just gets you. Like, it is a kick to the heart.
If I was a sea monster, I would...
What?
Be like a Twilight sea monster. I would glitter as soon as, like, I got in the sunlight.
I would be pink and glittery. Next question.
We gotta work. Who writes these questions?
I'm also not a very good swimmer. I actually sink. Like when I was a kid, everyone used to always be like, let's go float on our backs in the water. And I can't. And don't feel like your form's wrong, because I literally went to a summer camp where they taught me how to do the form. And the max amount of time that I can float for is about 4 minutes before I start to sink.
You got a Bruno in your head.
A Bruno.
Say, Silenzio Bruno.
All right, guys, remember what we're looking for. And don't trust anyone.
Raya and the Last Dragon is a Walt Disney Animation film that premiered exclusively on Disney+.
Came out on Disney Premium Access, where you pay $30. And I was like, yes, please charge my credit card, because I would like to see this. And I'm no regrets.
That is about this chick named Raya who lives in Kumandra, which is a fictional Asian-inspired area.
Where there's head, heart, and...
Head? Nobody lives in Head. That can't be it.
Well, it's claw, scale, fang, and what is the last?
The whole community gets broken up and she needs to like bring everything back together to save everybody from the Droon, which is like a big scary thing that turns everything into stone.
Raya's dad gets turned into a statue. He sacrifices himself to save Raya, and he's turned into a statue.
Statue Dad?
Because what are the rules? Absent parent. Check.
Oh, Statue Dad. Got it.
How do I feel about Sisu? I love Sisu. Do people not love Sisu?
I don't like Aquafina.
Excuse me?
Sisu is okay.
I don't particularly buy into her brand of humor, personally.
I know Aquafina is sort of one note in her delivery.
Look how close my butt is to my head.
I like that note.
I love Sisu. I want to fight whoever didn't love Sisu. Who is it?
It's not like I don't like Aquafina like as a person. She's not my favorite performer.
I feel like they're not watching it right.
I feel confident I could fight most of the people on this team.
Watching Raya fight Namari, I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. First of all, 2 ladies fighting, that's so cool. Second of all, the freaking fight choreo in an animated movie.
Fight scenes are awesome. They're acrobatic, athletic, and just fierce. They don't do that type of movement. That's lame. And honestly, that's probably why they shouldn't have had a dude hero in Raya, because it doesn't look great.
Mulan is my favorite of the ladies in the Disney princess lineup. She had to pretend to be a man in order for the people to respect her. Raya got to be a woman, and the people were like, yup, she's a crazy good warrior. She is awesome, she is fierce, she is bad. But so I remember thinking, how cool is it that I grew up thinking Mulan was amazing and heroic and inspirational, and I had to watch her pretend to be a man to get respect. The next generation gets to watch Raya, who commands that respect from the beginning. So that is one of the main reasons that I love Raya and the Last Dragon.
You and the dragon are coming with me.
My sword here says we're not.
You know what that's gonna say? Joe Gardner. I did it. I got the gig.
Soul is a movie about a middle school music teacher.
Joe Gardner?
He's not able to fulfill his dream. He ends up having a tragic accident.
And his sort of journey in the afterlife, and then as a cat, and then back alive again.
And it's another movie that Pixar made me cry.
Out of everything on this list, the only one that made me cry was Luca.
Soul, honestly, is a pretty poignant movie for people who are dealing with sort of that existential weight.
One of the first things they say when they get to the, great before, great beyond is, what is it that makes you you? And I was like, oh, I'm shook.
And they discover that this spark is just kind of like the intent to live. And that got me good. That got me real good.
What's my spark?
My spark?
Oh. I mean, what did you say?
I don't know what my spark is.
What is your spark?
My spark is compassion. That's my spark.
Epcot Center is my spark.
My spark is teaching.
Is that a valid spark? I don't think so.
Sharks. My spark is sharks.
My spark is probably telling stories.
I think it's probably making people laugh.
I think my family, my husband, everyone, my cat, all of my family and friends and relationships are my ultimate spark that gives me life, love, and happiness.
Overall, based on just these movies,
Why are you guys doing this to me? I don't want to choose.
Well, you have to eliminate animation. They're both beautiful, and they're both incredibly well done.
If anyone on here is able to actually pick,
I'm giving the win to the Walt Disney Animation Studios.
I have to say, Pixar is better than Walt Disney Animation Studios.
You have to understand this is razor thin for me, but just edging it out, I'm going to say it was Encanto and Raya and the Last Dragon.
I think Pixar is better. Marginally better, but better.
how are you doing that? How are you picking?
If I had to choose which was better just based on these 4 movies, I'm going to go with Pixar.
I don't want to even do this no more. Okay, fine. Pixar.
I can't do it. I cannot do it. No.
I think Raya and the Last Dragon and Encanto are the 2 best films we talked about at all today. So I think they're the most beautiful. I think they are the best storylines, in my opinion.
Pixar can make a movie about anything. Disney makes movies about girls in trouble. Now, I like these movies, and I don't think there's anything wrong with making movies about girls in trouble, but I like to see movies about other things too. And thankfully, Pixar has our back with that.
I think that's the beauty of these animated films, and it has been for decades now, is that you resonate with some of them. More than, people resonate with different ones. They find themselves in the characters, and they resonate with you. So for me, in this list only, I resonate a lot more with the characters of Encanto and Raya and the Last Dragon, but there's no right or wrong answer here. The beauty is we all get beautiful animated films, so that's a win for everyone. In the movie, Joe Gardner has lost his father. Dead parent checklist. You want it to be a successful film, you've got to have an absent parent. I didn't make this up. Who are Snow White's parents? Goes back to the beginning. Where's Andy's dad? Goes back to the beginning. If you want to make a successful animated film, you have to have an absent parent. Name one successful animated film where both parents are alive. Big feelings in this episode. And now you can check out our RTT on Disney Do-Overs.